Hey, I'm Sam Peterson, author of 2 books, Trunky Transgender Junkie and Sugar, a Memoir of Craving. I'm an old gay trans man with bad teeth, and I love knives, and I'm not here to rate them or tell you about the newest, the fastest, the bestest, the kapowest. I'm here to queerly share my queer love of knives with you. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye. Hello, friends and Franks. I have a couple of knives to discuss with you this week to see how we're all feeling about them. The first was a kind of a weirdo buy. I just really liked the vibe of this knife, and so I bought it. It seemed like a good fit for me and my medium-sized hands. And that is the Cold Steel Full Metal Atlas. Don't shake your head at me. I know. Cold steel, you're rolling your eyes. What of it? Don't try to shame me. This is a very, very unusual knife. Firstly, because it is from Cold Steel, land of the overbuilt, don't fit in your trouser pocket knife. Some will argue, but some have larger pants. This knife is wild. First of all, there's something very primitive about it, like handmade even. I can't explain it except to say the simplicity and the etching makes it look quite handmade. Here's the weirdo thing about it. It is machined like a homemade, like a custom knife. It is machined to within millimeter of its life. It is fitted within a hair's breadth, just so tight. You know, you look at a Kizer or something, and sure, they have great action, but that's because they're swinging between 2 steel liners that are an 1/8 of an inch from the blade, right? There's no room on this thing. It is built so purposefully, so well, and the chamfering of these edges, it's sublime. For a knife that looks like it was made or designed in community college, it has the gumption of being nearly perfect. It even has good action. I mean, you're not going to be gobsmacked by it, but it's good, serviceable action. The drop is like a guillotine. Well done, Cold Steel. Well done. Here's what catches me up a bit, and that's the dang lock. It's got one of those Cold Steel, one-of-a-kind, this is called the Atlas lock. It's not bad, it's just that after a while your little fingy gets tired, your fingy tip. And then you start letting it drop shut on your knuckle by opening it like this. Come on, baby. And sometimes the point here after the choil gets you a little bit. And then suddenly you've got a collection of small rents on your knuckle that are starting to become their own thing. Hopefully they've healed up pretty well. So there's that. It's also very, very slim and heavy, which I like. I don't like those empty as air knives that don't weigh anything. When you try to sell me a knife by saying it's super slim and super light, I'm like, super goodbye. Not interested. If you're looking for like a bug out replacement, this ain't it. It's like the closest Cold Steel could get to a featherweight, I guess, which is kind of hilarious. I like a quirky knife. If you've been watching, you well know I love a quirky knife. I like a knife that's not perfect, that has something that you have to accommodate to appreciate. Something so weird you don't mind that it's in the ubiquitous S35VN. God, am I sick of that steel. Jesus. This knife is titanium, and SV35VN. SV35VN. S35VN, making it one of a bazillion blades in the showcase. It stands out because of its insane machining. You have to pay a lot of dollars to get this kind of fit, usually. The finish aspect of it is average. It's just plain old titanium. But if you want to not be able to watch the sunrise between the scales and the blade, then this is your knife. It's really amazing. It's got a great blade shape too. I mean, definitely the whole silhouette says knife. I got it for a tremendous bargain. It is firsthand sold to me by, I believe, Cold Steel, but it was on a fantastic deal. It's $200. I don't. Is it worth $200? I mean, given the stuff that's out there, sure. It's worth $200 because it is so well made. I cannot stress that enough. I know I've said it like 82 times. Also, I like I like its look. It looks like somebody shaped a knife in clay, and they made a mold, and voila, knife. Next on the list is the incredible, amazing Kizer Begleiter. I got myself a version 2 because I honestly couldn't find version 1 anywhere. They've run out of regular baggies. You can get the mini and the XL in a dozen different configurations, but the plain old liner lock bag, nah. The first version, which I have, to be honest, is my favorite. Of course, that's the liner lock version. Look how greasy my Micarta is. I know it's the simplest mechanism of all the ways a knife could lock, but I love it. The baggie in all its forms is a splendid knife. It just is. And speaking of greasy, I just got this and it's already greasy from veggie sticks. Oy, oy, oy. That's a long story, don't ask. It has to do with the election, I'm sure. It's a great fucking knife. It too looks like a quintessential knife. It looks like a textbook knife. I can't tell you what made me buy it originally. It's because it's a really ordinary textbook knife. I think I was in a buy anything Kizer mode like early on in my knife career. That's when I first got the very first Begleiter. And discovered that it is fantastic. We feel like a partnership, me and the Beggie. It looks like that long, lanky person you've always secretly had a crush on, who's a tad too athletic for your tastes. And it turns out they're not a jock. They're just born that way, and they are smart, strong, and wicked funny. So I guess I want to date the Begleiter. That just speaks to the dearth of dating in my world right now. Go get one. Get a Begleiter. They're insanely good. You can get them secondhand for $40. They're great. They're cheap and accessible, like a good first date. Sayonara. Ciao. Adieu to you and you and you. I love you. Bye-bye. Oh, man, my back is stuck.